The original video that we were talking about earlier, and this is why you were brought to our attention, this is in 2015, and you said that actually your response was to answer a question that you'd been asked time and time again, and the question people were asking you was, is it okay to breastfeed whilst having sex?
Yeah.
And what was your reply to that?
Well, I think they're being an adult about the conversation and getting to more of like the actual details is the baby was sleeping while breastfeeding. So he was very attached to me, and I think that, yeah, if your baby's sleeping and again, being an adult about the conversation, I think we all like sex. There's no secret about it. I think it's totally fine if the baby's sleeping and they're not.
Well, you had to adapt your, redo a post, and post a new video. You were accused of involving your child in a sex act, which I think, you were surprised at the backlash, weren't you?
I wasn't surprised, no, because I know that people read titles and don't actually listen to the video.
So did you not think, I know that the attachment and obviously that bond is the most precious thing, and I totally understand that. But, for example, when you get in the shower or something like that, would that be a moment that you would unattach? So, like, there would be a situation where even if the baby... You wouldn't always have to be attached to the baby, is what I'm saying. I guess I'm trying to get at.
The baby showers with me.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
I shower with the baby.
No, and I totally... Would you feed the baby in the shower at the same time? Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, OK. I'm just wondering if there was ever a moment when you wouldn't do it, like if that would ever occur.
If the baby's awake, you're... At the same time, even if the baby is awake and like off to the side or something, if the baby's okay, the baby's okay. They're not sitting there judging you and thinking, oh, my mom and dad are having sex. It's like, it's a 2 or 3 month old baby.
Yeah.
And so they're so innocent.
And so you've got Josiah, who's 5, you've got Sol, who's 2, you've got Love, who's 3 months old, and you gave birth to Sol. There's a video there on your channel as well. So you are very sort of very honest with everyone who's looking. But you wonder whether or not the 60,000 people who watch you breastfeed, whether all of them are there for the right reasons, whether they're all watching for the right reasons, for the education and the encouragement that you could give.
Yeah, and in my opinion, there is no right or wrong. It is what it is, and what people are watching my videos for is really none of my business.
Can I ask you then, so when you were saying, it's a 2-3 month old baby and they're innocent and they don't know what's going on, so therefore it's a level of understanding that makes it acceptable to you. Is there an age at which the child gets to where it's not acceptable? What age did you carry on doing that? Because you still breastfeed your eldest as well, so would that be acceptable?
Do I make love in front of my eldest child?
Well,
no.
I'm asking at what stage. So if 3 months is okay, at what stage does it not become okay? If they're attached and that's making them happy.
I don't really think that it doesn't become not okay. Like, I'm sure lots of us have walked in on our parents and just because we walked in doesn't make it not okay to be having sex. But, if people are watching...
I think your parents would find
that
it was fairly not okay. But as you make that point with the baby, which I think, so you can understand that and understand that line and the closeness that you've got. But certainly, if your child was old enough to understand, then are you saying that that's right?
Well, that's, again, the word right or wrong. It's not about being right or wrong. It is what it is. If you're having sex in front of your children and it feels good to be having sex in front of your children, I never talked about that in any of my videos. That's a hell of a quote.
I've got to say, you lift that line out there. That's a hell of a quote. Is it okay to have sex in front of your children?
Is it okay to kill somebody in front of your children?
I've got a feeling if you did that in this country, I've got a feeling the social services will be knocking on your door.
But I agree. It's not, you're not having sex in front of your children. Not that I know of. But are they sleeping? Is that the question? If they're sleeping, that was what the video was about. They're sleeping. Yes, definitely. And I think many other parents have had sex in the same room that their children are sleeping. Because my children sleep in my room.
Because a lot of people online are asking the question, so I'll put it to you now and saying that you have obviously been very helpful in encouraging women to breastfeed, very educational in helping women to breastfeed. But at the same time, there are lots of people saying, you know, you've done that now, you've done that in the videos, and they're very useful. Now you're just doing this for you. Now you're just actually doing it because you have a successful YouTube channel.
Yeah, now I've always done it just for me. I share the videos just for me, and if it happens to help somebody, it happens to help somebody. I share things that I go through on a daily basis, which are different and at the same time sometimes the same as it was 2 years ago, but not everybody goes back through all of my videos, so it's relevant in the moment, and it is what it is. There's not a law against sharing your life, and if you want to follow
And
me,
as we said, you have been extremely helpful in getting many women through that sort of part of their motherhood.